I'm working on getting Blue Truck back legal today. So she's back on the road, 2-year sticker and ready to roll. The squirrel hunting video, it made a lot of memories for a bunch of people, I guess. And some people even been asking me if I like salads and stuff like that. Here's another one from times gone by. So when we were doing our gardens, we would plant lettuce, black seed Simpson lettuce here on my side, and we do some sweet onion sets. That way we could get green onions. And you know, we didn't have any carrots or any celery or any cucumbers or tomatoes or anything like that at this point, because it's still early in the year. So our first salads were like this, and the greens we picked were like this too. So, leaf lettuce. Get rid of them outside daddies. Not as fast, but a little more uniform. And you don't want this too fine. You want to be able to get a whole lot of it on your fork. And I got one little piece here. We've been using for lettuce bowls and sandwiches and stuff. And we might be able to use that too. Why not? It's going to be wielded anyways. I've got some unsightly looking spring onions that I've cleaned up the best that I can. What's left of them. I'm going to throw these right on top of our lettuce. Remember, these were the only 2 things we had coming in out of the garden at about that time. So, us in remote places, this was what our salads were. So one thing we didn't have back then that I'm going to use is a little bit of balsamic vinegar, and I'm going to drizzle over the top. Not a lot to overpower it, but just something to give it a little more acidity. So, guanciale. Now around here we use the hog jolly. I like hog jaw bacon. It's what my grandma usually cooked with. It's good smoked. It usually has a lot of flavor. Like, this will be your smoked hocks or smoked turkey leg of your dish. We're going to get us about 4 or 5 pieces of that. This is made out of the jaw section of the pig. So, I'm going to want to rip it down the middle. And I usually get this unsliced. Not really fortunate enough to find it sliced, but when I do, that's what I go to. But you can use salt pork and stuff for this too, but I just don't like to. Go ahead and get it cut up into your smaller pieces. This will crisp up real nice. I've got my big boy skillet out again. I've got me some bacon grease starting to soften in it right now. That way I've got me a good base to throw this into so it don't stick. This is a little tougher and a little hardier than normal bacon. Now you got to remember, most of us were raised by Depression era people. So they packed all the calories and everything they could into each dish. So we've got us some lettuce, some green onions. I'm going to go ahead and hit this with some coarse ground sea salt. We didn't have that. Use regular salt. And the balsamic we didn't have. Here comes the salad dressing. Now this was either called wilted lettuce or killed lettuce, depending on whose house you ate it at. But when we'd go pick greens and stuff in the spring, my grandmother, she'd always put a little bit of vinegar on hers when she would cook them. So I thought we might try it with this with a little better quality vinegar. Let me get this little bowl. That's a big bowl. My big old butt needs a salad anyways. So there's what we got for salad. Lights are getting in my eyes today. I can't really see without it. But that, folks, that is delicious. Now, is it a Greek salad? Is it a garden salad? Is it a Cobb salad? No, not at all. But we can bring it up to the front with a little bit of our hog jaw. Now, I like to leave it out, that way it doesn't get soggy, and then put it on top. Now let's see how it hangs with the big boys. It's good bacon. Yeah. Brings it all back right there. But wilted lettuce, killed lettuce, that's a good addition to anything. Now, splitting the romaine hearts, putting them on high heat over top of charcoal, getting a little bit of char on them, then slicing them and doing this, probably take it up to the next level. But this here, I'd say 8 out of 10 on any salad. Greek being my favorite, you know. This is wonderful. One of my friends from out west reminded me of this. So, Tony with an eye, wilted lettuce.